Chris Evans with the mustache. I'm still kind of shaken about that. So
He look, he looks like a mall cop. Very mall coffee. Oh God, no offense to any mall cops. I'm sorry.
we love Chris Evans in his purest form.
Yes,
so,
yes,
yeah.
and that would be Captain America.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. This is Ogre. It's all Ogre now.
All right, welcome gamers and geeks. We got Ogre here.
Old Guys Geekly Review.
Episode 4. It's been a great journey. Episode 4. Here we are.
Yeah, it has been. It's been going fast.
Oh, I love it. I look forward to this every week.
Yeah, me too, man. We got 13 followers.
At least 13.
Yeah. We haven't scared our Belgian buddy off yet. Or no, Brussels buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, John Claude's gonna come kick you for that one. Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting here next to JD, and he's got his Mad Scientist Union shirt on.
Always the mad scientist.
And I got
Dragon Ball Z, man.
Oh,
yeah. You love your Dragon Ball Z, and I think there was even some. We're gonna be doing some Comic-Con stuff, and I think there was even some Dragon Ball Z announcement that came up this week. I don't know if it was at Comic-Con or.
I don't know if I heard about that.
No,
it might be in the notes.
Yeah, it might be, and it might be just me daydreaming. Who knows?
That's a good daydream.
It is.
It is.
So if you're following Ogre, you know we're here to spill the geekly news, the sci-fi, the movies, the fantasy, all that stuff. And where do you find that, Nick?
Okay,
where do you find Ogre?
Okay, so you can find Ogre on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. We have a Facebook group. We have a YouTube channel. We've got a link tree, so you can go there and find out all of this stuff. You can and everywhere, every major platform that podcasts are available.
Yeah. Go across the street, ask your neighbor, "Hey, how do you find Ogre?"
Yeah.
And when they say, "I don't know what you're talking about," you say, "Well, here's the down low. You can find it these places."
I would just tell them to look in a mirror. Well, that's just me.
Oh, man. Are you saying like we're every man?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the people.
Yeah,
we are every man.
We're be geeky.
Be who you are.
Yeah, be who you are. Be geeky. Be nice. Yeah. Above all other things, be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We can't get enough of the be nice to everybody.
Yeah, no kidding.
But the biggest thing that happened this week is Comic-Con happened.
Comic-Con.
Yeah, so we were tuned in. We were listening to all the news, so you didn't have to. You didn't have to go to the sweaty, multi-filled San Diego comic convention because you could just get all the news here. Ogre.
Yes, but not the visuals.
Well, yeah, and some of the visuals were probably good and some were probably bad. So, we're saving people a lot of grief there, too. I'm sure.
We'll do our best to dazzle you with our descriptions of what we saw.
Even though I could have told them where to eat, because Sarah had a convention in San Diego, and we went there, and I found all the most excellent food, restaurants, and places, and so I could have told you where to go eat.
The San Francisco treat, right? No, that's San Diego.
it's San Diego
Never
Comic-Con.
mind.
All right, so Comic-Con, what was the reveal that you were most excited about?
Oh, I think everybody already knows this. X-Men 97.
Oh, X-Men 97.
Yeah.
You do love your X-Men, and me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, no, being able to see like all the bad guys in a row that they're going to bring back, and then them adding Cable and Bishop and as more of regulars. Nightcrawler was in there too, and I believe Sunspot.
Yeah.
So yeah, oh my God, yeah, that's like Bishop and Cable, and if they add a Deadpool to the mix, then that would be a show like tailored for me specifically.
Yeah. So in the comics, I'm pretty aware of the timeline as far as what they're shooting for. And so I don't think it's too much of a spoiler because they released this in the footage. But at the end of the X-Men run for the animated series back in 97, it ended with Professor Xavier seriously ill, going into space with his love interest,
Lalandra
or
Lalandra. I don't remember.
We'll figure that one out.
Yeah.
And so back on Earth, Magneto's in charge.
Yeah, he's got a sweet costume now too.
Yeah.
And I heard that is actually part of the comic books, that costume specifically. But I ain't never seen it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Magneto's headmaster years,
Okay. Yeah.
and that was it's not the most popular in the comics,
Hmm.
but I definitely enjoyed that kind of changing of the regime.
Yeah.
And for those of you who just kind of know X-Men on the surface, you probably don't know how manipulative Professor X is. And so it's getting into, a lot of shifting of politics in the X-Men, and I really like that. So
Yeah. Another thing I was looking forward to in or for the San Diego Comic Con was all the statues, all the
uh,
toys and the statues. So I did put those up on Facebook on our Facebook page. So check those out if you are like into that stuff like I am. But what about you? What were you looking
I
forward
was
to?
blown away by the D&D movie trailer.
Oh my
It
god.
was everything I
Yeah.
wanted it to be. Oh my gosh, the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves movie trailer just made me so happy. It was exactly how I wanted it to be because it obviously doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is, it's got a lot of humor in it, and it feels exactly like sitting down at a table with your friends
Hmm.
and playing a campaign because things don't go well. There's a lot of jokes, and it felt like a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and that's what I wanted. I didn't want anything too serious, and I think this is actually Chris Pine. He said this is a quote from him about it, and it says the way I've been describing it, it's like Game of Thrones mixed with a little Princess Bride with a smidge of Monty Python, and it's somewhere in that ballpark.
That's gonna be amazing.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I'm so down for that.
I hope it paves the way for future movies. If it's done right, I hope they continue to do it.
Yeah, the comments basically are people are really looking forward to it, excited
Hmm.
about the tone. There are a few people upset because of the whole owlbear thing.
Uh-huh.
Like, a druid is not really supposed to be able to transform into an owlbear. And I say, you know what? There's a lot of people who like things like Oathbreaker Paladins.
Oh, who
And
would
stuff.
that be?
I don't know. And those aren't really part of the rules. It's hidden away in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Mm-hmm.
But D&D, it's not meant to be followed. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's meant to have fun. Break the rules.
Yeah.
It's one of those few games where breaking the rules is the right thing to do.
So I'm gonna remember that in our next session, and I'm gonna cast Wish as a level 1 ranger.
Be careful what you wish for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. You're
You
in
just
charge.
might get it.
Yeah.
Just might get it. Well, so that's our top of the line.
Mhm.
Do we want to just start with some of the other things? We talked about X-Men 97. What the other Marvel animated stuff is we've got I Am Groot.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
And that if you're looking for some very cute Disney animated fun stuff, it has that Guardians of the Galaxy feel to it. And I was very impressed with that. It looks
Yeah.
adorable. Looks adorable. And then we've got Marvel What If season 2.
Yeah. That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The What If was definitely a surprise that I enjoyed so much. And it fits right in with all the other multiverse stuff that they're doing.
Right. And then we got Marvel Zombies. That's gonna be TVMA.
Yes.
Yes, for Disney Plus, TVMA, and people are already losing their minds that Logan and Deadpool have made their way there.
Yeah. But
Um,
Disney has parent locks and stuff, so if you don't want your kids watching the R-rated stuff, then you just hit that button and you're good.
Yeah, don't yell at Disney. Be a parent.
Yeah.
Take control of the situation because they give you the tools to do so.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that's a little
No,
preachy.
that's okay because I don't want stuff that I would like to see on Disney taken away because somebody's honestly too lazy to go and set parental guides.
Yeah, hopefully their parental controls are a little bit better than Netflix's because
Probably.
the kids just got into my account and shut their stuff off.
Oh.
They turned it back to adult accounts. I was like, "Well, way to go, Netflix."
You know what? Maybe that's the true sign of adulthood. When your kid is smart enough to make it into your account and adjust everything, means that they've reached adulthood. It's like the initiation for adulthood, right there. Your kids, congratulations, your kids are now adults.
Oh, they don't act like it.
Neither do we sometimes.
I still got to fight with them to do about a 15-minute chore.
No, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah,
that's ogre parenting.
That ogre parenting. Oh yeah, yeah. But we had other exciting things from Marvel. We got a new She-Hulk trailer.
Oh, yeah, it
which,
looks beautiful.
Oh man, the
looks
tone
great.
for She-Hulk just makes me so happy because in the comics, She-Hulk was Deadpool before Deadpool.
Okay.
She was breaking the fourth wall. She was the comic relief back in the 70s
And
before the 90s Deadpool. That was She-Hulk.
Yeah, they did a nod to that in the trailer when they both looked at the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Daredevil appears at the end.
Yes.
Yes. That was awesome.
And we're getting 18
Yeah.
episodes of Daredevil. You know what that is? That's 4 months of Daredevil.
Yeah.
That is a Daredevil episode for 4 months in a row, and I'm so here for it.
Oh, absolutely. That's a lot. What is that? 3 times? Is it 3 times the amount of the normal?
Some of the Marvel stuff has been 6 to 8.
Okay.
I think maybe one of them was 9 episodes, but definitely at least 2 to 3 times the length of the previous Marvel runs. So,
and it's well deserved. Charlie Cox acted his butt off, and so did Vincent D'Onofrio. Holy mackerel!
Yeah, I have a big suspicion it's going to tie into the Secret Invasion timeline.
Okay.
Which, if I'm gonna pick any kind of criticism of Marvel, it's the fact that they have both the Secret Wars Kang storyline, the multiverse storyline going on, and they've got this Secret Identity storyline. And the comics and the multiverse, they're very separate.
Yeah.
And I don't know that they really belong together because of Secret Wars being set very firmly in a single universe.
Okay.
And the multiverse being where Marvel brings in, like Miles Morales comes from a different universe, and it's all about these different worlds and stuff. I think the messaging is going to get muddled because a lot of people who are casual Marvel fans will get confused about whether or not some of these Skrull characters that are going to pop up are going to be different versions from different universes, or whether they're going to be rooted in the 616 universe. So I think if there's a criticism that I'm making towards Marvel, it's the fact that they're running these together. I wish they had been distinctly separate storylines.
Okay, so based on what I know about the Marvel universe, okay, so the Skrulls first showed up in Captain Marvel, right?
Well, unless they've showed up and we don't know they've showed up.
Okay.
That's the whole kind of thing behind the Secret Invasion. I mean, Tony Stark could have been a Skrull all along. Who knows? Nobody knows. So, I mean, but as far as what we know, the Skrulls, yeah.
But that was before the multiverse got opened up too, so they gotta be Skrulls from 616, those ones.
Yeah, and in the comics, it was just there really wasn't a multiverse storyline going on, and that's part of why I feel like it's going to get confusing.
Yeah,
is because you've essentially got 2 storylines from Marvel right now. You've got the Secret Invasion storyline with Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
So Thunderbolts, Secret Invasion are going to mesh well together, which that's Black Widow, Hawkeye. I think She-Hulk is going to be part of that.
Okay.
And then we've got the actual Secret Invasion, and I think the Defender stuff like Echo, Daredevil, Captain America, and Thunderbolts will all be part of that storyline.
Okay.
And then we've got the multiverse storyline, which was WandaVision, Loki, What If, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Antman's going to run into this. The second season of Loki. I believe Agatha Harkness is going to be part of it because the tagline for that is Coven of Chaos.
Yeah, they changed it.
So I think it's going to be part of the multiverse Kang storyline as well.
Okay.
When we start Phase 6 with Fantastic Four.
So that's my prediction.
It's definitely part of the multiverse, particularly for Hickman's comics.
Okay.
It'll definitely tie into that. And then there's a big blank space of releases, and then we're going to wrap it up with the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Yeah. And right now, I'm kind of the opinion that they're just letting us know that Skrulls are in the universe, and then once the Fantastic Four come out, I think that's when they're going to really take off with the Skrulls. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I'm hoping for. That way we get the taste of the multiverse, and they're introducing these newcomers into just gradually, baby steps, dipping your toes in the water,
Yeah. they're tying a lot of stuff in together, and I hope they pull it off.
Yeah.
I hope they pull it off. So far, I've been very pleased with what Marvel's done. Phase 4 feels like a lot of intro.
Yeah.
But we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, there was like nothing there. And isn't Phase 4 ending with
Officially with Black
Panther 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then Phase 5 or Phase 6 kicks off with Fantastic Four?
Phase 6.
Okay.
So we've got 2 years. The next 2 years will be Phase 5, which is going to wrap up with Thunderbolts. So it's entirely conceivable that really Phase 5 is going to be more the Secret Invasion storyline, and they might actually wrap that up by the end of Phase 5. That might be the end of Phase 5. And then Phase 6 might be more just solid multiverse Kang stuff. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, he kind of deserves the spotlight.
Oh,
as
yeah.
an enemy. Yeah.
It's going to be great. And it's already been confirmed that there's going to be multiple versions of Kang. So
that'll
I'm
be fun.
forward to it.
It'll be a lot of fun. Well, what else? What else do you got? I got all my notes are kind of mixed into where they're supposed to go.
Do we want to just? Are we done with Marvel?
I do have a lot more Marvel stuff.
Well, let's keep going with Marvel before we get into the other stuff.
Okay, so we get our first look at Namor in Black Panther 2. One of the artists that I follow on Instagram confirmed it for me. That's how I found out, so I was pretty excited about that. James Gunn reveals that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be the last time we see the current team.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the whole why people are a little confused with what's going on, is because like Guardians, Thor, Black Widow, they're all kind of like wrapping up the old stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of like their own solo thing, not really part of the new stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a third storyline that's just kind of like out there, and people, audiences are like wondering, how is it connected to everything else? Well, it's not.
Yeah,
They're
it's
just
kind of
wrapping
sad.
up stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. It's like an end of an era.
Yeah.
I felt that really bad when Iron Man left. Even with Black Widow and stuff, it was nice to get that extra movie with her and her origin stories and stuff. But like Jeremy Renner, is he coming back as Hawkeye, or did he pass the torch to Kate Bishop?
I think Jeremy Renner is probably one of the more likely ones to be a Skrull in Secret Invasion.
Oh, okay.
Because he was off planet in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
And that would have been the perfect time for him to get replaced.
No,
by
Infinity War.
Infinity War. Yeah, he was off planet. And that would have been the perfect time for him to be replaced because he was alone, isolated.
Man.
He's like prime candidate number 1 to be a Skrull.
Oh man, but like it's just when he comes back and his family's disappeared and stuff, that like does seem genuine reactions and stuff. Maybe Skrulls are good.
It's very good acting.
Yeah, Skrulls are good at fitting
that's
in.
what they do. That's what their whole role is, to play the part.
This is true. Also, go back on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. You get a look at Baby Rocket.
Yeah.
That was cute as hell. It's supposedly going to be super emotional. Chris Pratt got choked up talking about it on stage.
It's definitely the swan song. It's the goodbye song.
Yeah, and I don't know if I can handle the emotional coming with it, because I still cry when I watch Volume 2 when Yondu dies.
Oh yeah.
That is one of the worst deaths I've seen. Not like gory or anything, like just the dialogue just hits you.
So we might need to save this for the rumors, but do you think they'll kill anybody off of the main group?
I hope not, just in case there's a chance for them to come back, or if they want to sign on later on to come back, like maybe Old Man Drax comes back or something. It'd be cool. I guess I'm like Eric Kripke in The Boys, writing for The Boys. I don't want to kill people off, especially in this universe, because I'd love to see him come back.
I think Drax is going to bite it.
You do?
Mostly because he said multiple times he's kind of done.
Yeah, but you can always change your mind.
You can.
I'm hoping.
They may kill off a lot of them and bring in an entire new Guardians group.
Yeah.
Multiverse-wise, or even just different characters, because the Guardians, they have plenty of other characters that are part of the team in different comic book runs.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Moondragon.
And that's Drax's daughter.
I think so. I'm not 100% certain about that.
Okay. Hey Siri, who's Drax's daughter? Oh, I don't have my voice recognition turned on.
We'll figure that out.
Let's see here. The director of Shang-Chi is going to do the Avengers Kang Dynasty movie.
Nice. He did a good
Uh,
job with that.
Yeah. Should we touch on all the? Actually, I don't think I have. Oh yeah, you already covered that. Let's see. I think that is all that I have for Marvel stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be a great 4 years. Actually,
Oh, Blade. Blade's coming out next year,
Yeah.
next November.
yeah, Marvel released this deluge of just movie after movie after movie, and we got 2 from DC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't even know what DC's movies were.
One you already knew, which was Black Adam.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah,
Rock.
yeah.
which he's amazing.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. And then
The
another
Super
Shazam.
Pets? Oh, Shazam. Oh yeah, Shazam
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, Super Pets is in there too, but I don't know that they really. It's like coming out this weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I kind of want to see it.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves does Batman, so or that I think that's what we covered.
yes, Moondragon is Drax's daughter.
Oh heck yeah, I was right.
You were right.
For one time in my life, I was right.
A note of John Wick 4.
Oh yes. Yeah, we got a couple stills from it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picard season 3 will be the last for Picard for you Trekkies out there, which
Oh.
I liked the first season, haven't caught the second season yet.
Yeah.
So it's probably good stuff. And for whatever reason, Amazon is sticking with Wheel of Time. I didn't care for the first season, but they've greenlit season 3, even though season 2 is not out yet. So
Well, maybe they
hopefully
fixed
it will. Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Or maybe there's enough people that are watching it that didn't read
That's
the
true.
books.
If you enjoyed Wheel of Time, whether you read the books or not, if you enjoyed it, I'm glad there's more for you.
Yeah.
So look forward to a season 3.
Yeah. Positive. That was
Yeah.
very positive.
Yeah.
Very positive.
Enjoy
You
what-
get a fist bump. How
Enjoy
about
what
that?
you like.
There we
and
go.
yeah,
Fist
that
bump.
that leads us into movies.
Yes.
So movies.
Movies.
All right. So what have you?
The reason it leads us into movies is I didn't like Gray Man.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
it was on Netflix, but it's the #1 Netflix thing.
Yeah, they're
so,
doing a spin-off and a sequel already.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that I'm I'm trying to decide. Okay, we'll wait till next week if we want to talk about it anymore. They said only God, who's the main actor? Ryan Gosling. I'm surprised I didn't get that with my
Yeah.
hatred. Ryan Gosling is coming back, and the Russo brothers are coming back to direct as well. So
Yeah, I thought it was a good movie, just not for me.
Okay.
So I can see why a lot of people like it. I felt like the script was a little too predictable. And then there was Chris Evans with the mustache, which I still had a hard time. If you want Chris Evans to be a villain, watch Knives Out.
yes. Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Evans with the mustache. I'm still kind of shaken about that. So
He look, he looked like a mall cop. Very mall coffee. Oh God, no offense to any mall cops. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
we love Chris Evans in his purest form.
Yes,
So,
yes, and that would be Captain America.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we've got the sequels coming out, the spin-offs coming out. Russo brothers, Ryan Gosling's coming back.
All right, so we got Nope, top of the movie theater this week. Jordan Peele's third outing, which he got an Oscar for Get Out.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, people are going to see it.
My daughter
it made
went.
40 something
Yeah.
million. So
My daughter went to go see it, and she said it was terrible.
really,
Yeah, and she liked his other movies. I don't think she's seen Get Out yet, but she loved Keanu. But that was more comedy. I love Get Out, so I've got to watch Nope just to get my own opinion
Okay,
on it.
yeah.
But our tastes align quite a bit, Arias and I. So hopefully she's wrong.
well, I think Jordan Peele's a genius.
Oh, yeah.
I think that he's got a lot of respect from me, even though I haven't watched Nope, and mostly because I know his stuff is very emotional,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of those things I have to be cautious with it because it scars me.
Yeah.
Because, well, one of the actors that scarred me for life in a movie, Time Bandits scarred me forever.
I don't think I've seen that.
it's Terry Gilliam directed, Monty Python-ish
Okay.
connected, and Time Bandits it's one of those movies where there's a moment and it just is always in my head. And so, but when the lead actor, I forget his name, he played in a bunch of bit parts, and I'm sorry I forgot his name, but yeah, he passed away this week. So
Oh, is it the scientist from Ninja Turtles too?
he's been in everything. It's crazy.
It's probably if that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, so he passed away. So that's kind of sad on the movie front. I mean, Time Bandits was a very emotional journey for me, and one of those movies that will always stick with me.
Oh, Sean
forever.
Connery. Sean
Yeah.
Connery was in it. Oh, is it John Cleese? Or no, David Warner. I
Yeah,
bet.
David Warner.
Yeah.
David Warner passed away. I know he was in Tron and
Ninja Turtles: Secret of the Ooze.
probably. Yeah,
He was the scientist in there. That's how I remembered him because
okay.
that's how I told Fallon. I was like, oh man, the scientist from that movie died.
Yeah, so much respect to him. And
Yeah.
that's all I've got for movies.
All right, let's move on to television.
Yeah,
Television.
good stuff.
All right, have you been watching anything?
I finished Stranger Things.
Ah,
So just loved it, and we've talked a little bit about it before. And this week I also finished Love, Death, and Robots season 3.
how good was that?
Oh man,
Isn't that a beautiful show?
oh it is amazing.
And no offense, if it like it's a long shot that anybody that works on that show is listening to Ogre right now, but we are sorry we left you out of the Ogies. You should probably earn the top spot for that show, or maybe one of the top spots.
Well, I'm not going to give up my spot for Arcane.
Oh yeah.
But the stuff there, if you want some high level, award winning, emotional animation, you can't go wrong with Love, Death,
Yeah,
and
no,
Robots.
it is a great show.
Yeah. You've got it's an anthology piece for those of you who haven't seen it. So you're getting a bunch of different stories, a lot of shorts,
Yeah,
and they're just amazing bits of animation.
yeah. They even had Anthony Hopkins voicing the one with the giant that washes up
Yeah.
on shore. It's really good.
It's
Really
amazing
good.
stuff.
All right, what are you looking forward to?
Well, we've got a couple of things coming up. We've actually got something from a site which I'm not familiar with called Popcorn Flicks.
Okay.
And apparently Popcorn Flicks, from what I looked at it, they do a lot of kind of like B-level movies and stuff. And they've got a show coming up called Salvage Marines. And it's a dystopian, futuristic series, and it looks like the kind of thing that I'll like. So Popcorn Flicks, I think it might even be free.
Okay.
So I'm going to check this stuff out.
Yeah.
So plugged Popcorn Flicks. There might be something good on there this week. So yeah, go for it.
We've got Prey coming to Hulu on August 5th. That's the Predator prequel.
That looks really good.
Yeah,
That
I
looks really
cannot
good.
wait for that. And then a little further out, August 10th, all 3 seasons of The Orville are coming to Disney Plus.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen bits and pieces of the Orville, but never the whole thing. So it'd be a good time to sit down and watch all
Yeah,
of
the
it.
first 2 seasons are really good. I haven't seen season 3 yet, but I really dig that show.
Yeah.
Anything else that you
Well,
have?
Thursday, which will be the day you're listening to this,
Mhm.
is Harley Quinn. And I forgot to say that Salvage Marines is
Ooh.
also Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. So today, Harley Quinn is hitting season 3. Tomorrow, Uncoupled, the Neil Patrick Harris movie on
Oh,
Netflix,
Yeah.
is hitting. August 3rd, so a week out, is Reservation Dogs. It's the Indian reservation drama comedy by Taika Waititi.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's hitting on Hulu, FX on Hulu. And then we got Beavis and Butthead. Let's just go ahead and give a shout out to Beavis and
Oh,
Butthead
yeah.
hitting Paramount on August 4th.
Oh, man, I grew
why
up.
not?
My dad
Yeah.
used to let me watch that show, and my mom hated it. But divorce,
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, and if you're looking forward to things further out in a week,
Mm-hmm.
catch our show next week, and we'll tell you about the stuff coming up in the week. Or you can check out the description of the show, and we've got several shows a little further out in the description.
Yeah.
But we would prefer for you to check in because you might get a laugh.
Yeah,
you might
definitely check
hear
in.
about something and get a laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know what other geeky things that you didn't know you needed in your life that you might be missing if you don't check in with us. So watch our show every day. No.
Every week.
Yeah.
We're-
And listen,
listen
don't
to
watch.
it.
I mean, you can watch an Equalizer or something, but that just seems weird.
Listen, keep listening. Keep listening to
Yeah.
the show every day.
Yeah.
Repeat.
Yeah. Sometimes the mouth just gets moving.
All right. I've got a couple things for anime.
Okay.
So anime.
Oh, I've got a couple things for TV.
Oh yeah.
News on Future stuff. The Witcher season 3 has been shut down on production. Henry Cavill has tested positive for COVID
Oh,
and abs.
well, yeah, he always had that. He always had abs.
September 4th, which I know is a little bit further, but I got this news this morning when I woke up, and I'm excited, and I got to share it with somebody. Rick and Morty season 6 is coming September 4th.
Which it has abs too.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Bruce Campbell confirms the Ash vs. the Evil Dead cartoon is being talked about.
Okay.
Okay. And that's all I got for TV. So go ahead and let's jump into anime.
Anime.
We've got 2 shows that I watched that finally have their dub finished.
Okay.
The second season of Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the first season was excellent.
Yeah.
Great romantic comedy. Second season I thought was good, but I wish it was more of a half season. So only because the twist of the last episode
Mm-hmm.
is really where the show starts to go off in a new direction and kind of stop telling the same kind of jokes.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to the new direction. I'm looking forward to season 3
Mm-hmm.
because I stuck with it to watch the final episode, and it really had a nice little twist to it.
Okay.
But most of season 2, it was very similar to season 1.
Mm-hmm.
But so I give it a watch it because you enjoyed season 1, and then stick around for season 3. It's
Okay.
obviously got places to go.
Yeah.
And then Skeleton Knight from Another World. So if you're like your isekai,
Mm-hmm.
this one's pretty fun, but it feels like it's a mix of Overlord reincarnated as a slime and Goblin Slayer, kind of like all thrown together. So it doesn't feel like its own thing.
Yeah.
It feels like somebody really liked those shows
And
and
took
did
pieces
this
that they
show.
liked.
So good, but if you haven't seen Overlord or Reincarnated as a Slime or Goblin Slayer, watch those first.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that's all I've got for anime. A couple of dubs wrapping up. I'll have more spring dubs that have finished for you next week.
Alrighty. Well, let's move on to video games.
Video games.
Played a lot of video games this week. What have you
Oh.
enjoyed?
Okay, so I bought Stray the day it came out, and I beat it.
Did you buy it or did you get the tier service?
I bought it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm not sure I want to pay an extra. God, how much is it? $50 a year just to get the upgraded tiers.
Oh, you can't buy it by the month?
You might be able to, but I
Oh,
always
okay.
buy it by the year anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think that maybe I'm gonna build a PC. I'm gonna start saving my
Mm.
money and just build like a nasty PC that I can just keep upgrading.
You can find so tell us about Stray before I go on.
Oh yeah. Okay, so when I was little, I had an orange cat. This cat in this game reminded me of that cat.
Aw.
And we lived in a terrible part of the neighborhood. Like my mom didn't, but my dad did. They were separated. So we actually moved to my dad's house in high school. And I was losing all my friends down there. They were joining gangs and everything. So I got heavily into video games and stuff. And this cat was just always by my side. She was my best friend. She was my best friend down there. And man, when she passed, it was one of the worst days of my life. But it just kind of brought me back. It made me feel some of the same feelings I did when I was a kid with this cat and everything. Beautiful game, post-apocalyptic. You got to help out robots and stuff like that. It's quick game to get through. About 5 hours it took me. The Let's Play is on.
And I think those pure kind of like short games, 5-10 hours, are
Oh,
so
yeah.
underrated. People
Yes.
do not credit them enough. And having that pure, great 5 to 10 hour experience can sometimes be so much better than a
Mhm.
60, 100 hour game.
Oh, absolutely. Firewatch is a great example of that too. Stray is it's not quite on Firewatch's level because Firewatch was just a beautiful game.
It was.
Yeah, but Stray is just hairs away from it, I think. But it could be just the connection that I had with the two. But if you're curious about it, you don't want to play it, or you want to watch gameplay footage, I have a Let's Play on our YouTube channel, OGGR. And I'm starting the playthrough of Titanfall 2. I'm gonna go through my backlog. I'm gonna upload it all to the channel.
And I would say for those of you who don't like violent video games or don't want to, don't really know where to get started with video games,
Yeah.
Stray sounds like one that would be a great game for somebody who is a casual gamer or somebody who is, wanting to come into
Yeah,
gaming.
there's about 3 or 4 buttons you really have to worry about. It's very, it's an easy game, but it's beautiful. It's fun.
Hey, and the experience is what it's about.
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah. I mean, you get to play as a cat. You get to jump around all over the place and stuff. So it's awesome.
That's great. That's amazing.
Like the details in that game, by the way. I gotta mention this. If you shine the camera at the right angle, you know how a cat's eye will light up. It does that in the game. It's like really good detail.
It's nice when they think of adding all those little things in.
Yeah, and in the credits, they give credit to all the kitties that were part of the group, and some of them had R.I.P. next to them and stuff. So, oh man,
yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, memories, good memories.
So that is all I'm playing.
I actually got into a lot of free gaming this week.
Yes.
Which is nice for those of you, and I'm going to start a section for good free experiences with what you can get. So if you're signed up for Amazon Prime, so not quite free, but if you're signed up for Amazon Prime, you can get a series of games with their gaming account every month, and the free games. Got 4 of them. They're pretty decent, but I really enjoyed Fell Seal.
Okay.
And Fell Seal, if you like Final Fantasy Tactics, is very similar to Final Fantasy Tactics. So very, very much enjoyed that if you like a tactics style game. And then they've started opening free versions for their streaming service. So you don't even need a PC for these games, which Overcooked and Mega Man 11 and the Castlevania collection and Skatebird. They're all part of that. And so I played
like
around
Luna?
with Yeah, Luna.
So you can access those for free as long as you're a Prime member?
There's some that are free for Prime.
Okay.
But their streaming service, I want to say it's $5 or $6 a month normally,
where
you get a bunch of things. But much like their gaming service, you get some free games as well, just for being a Prime member.
Okay.
So Luna, their cloud service, you don't need a PC for that. You can play those everywhere. And Castlevania was a part of that, so that's really cool.
Yeah, if you're not a fan of Castlevania, go become one and then come back and finish this episode.
Yeah, I know you love your Castlevania, Metroidvania type games.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now the other one is free on the Epic Game Store every week. If you got a PC, Epic Games releases a couple of free games pretty much every week. And this week was Shop Titans and Tannenberg. And Tannenberg is a strategy military type game, where Shop Titans is the only game that I'll say I played a lot of it and I recommend it to nobody. I've really enjoyed it. Sarah really enjoyed it. She stayed up to 2 or 3 o'clock at night really playing this thing. But several parts of the game, after you get like 10, 15 hours into it, are locked behind paywalls.
Oh,
yeah.
I hate that.
And not cheap paywalls either.
Oh, God.
I mean, this is probably, if they would have put this thing out and said, you can have the whole game experience for $10, $20, I'd been like, oh yeah. But the paywalls, yeah. And it's things that you can't get without paying. You can't save up other currency. You just can't get them.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know. So I do not recommend Shop Titans to anybody, but I've really enjoyed playing it. So
guilty pleasure.
Yeah, very guilty pleasure. And as far as free gaming, that's all I've got. And the rest of the stuff is I've just got gaming news coming up.
Okay, yeah, I got a little bit of gaming news as well. Let's see. Okay, so there may be a new open world Black Panther game in development.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
And I think I read that you become the next Black Panther, but I'm not entirely for sure. The PSVR 2 is supposedly going to feature a streaming mode, a cinematic mode, and some way that you'll be able to see your environment to avoid collisions while you're playing.
Okay.
So I'm assuming maybe if it detects that you're near an object, it kind of like goes transparent, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, that sounds really interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And then GTA 6 is reportedly going to have the first female playable character in the story mode, in the campaign mode, and they're going to add new cities over time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be cool.
That's why I added that right now, because the new cities over time, let's say like the world grows. Hell yeah, give me games like that.
Yeah, that sounds like that could keep you occupied for a long time. You get a new city that you've never been to or been to before and want to see how accurate it is to what you remember. That could be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
What news you got?
Video games this week. You'll find a list of all the video games broken down in a description, but I'm going to hit just a couple of the highlights. Out this week, we had Multiverse, which just hit like a day or two ago.
Was that
Which is the DC.
Okay.
It's got Batman,
Multiverse?
Scooby Doo, Shaggy,
Yeah.
Adventure, all of the DC,
Yeah,
Warner
Arya
Brothers,
Stark and stuff.
yeah, all the Warner Brothers stuff thrown in there, and a Smash Brothers type experience.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, and I believe that's free to download for everybody.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I think that's a free game.
nasty! I'm gonna have to go get it.
Yeah, like Fortnite, you buy skins and whatnot, and that's how you.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I get addicted to my skins.
Yeah, we might have some serious problems there. Coming out on the 28th for tomorrow is Captain Velvet Meteor, which is a tactics style game but with Shonen Jump characters,
Oh,
and that's on the Switch. And that looked kind of promising. I thought that would be something that I might want to pick up.
see, Fallon loved Onimusha Tactics on like the Game Boy Advance SP, I think is what she played it on. So if it's anything like that, I'm pretty sure she'd love it because she loves Shonen Jump stuff. She likes all their IPs.
Yeah, it'd probably be a game that I'd be checking out if it wasn't for on the 29th. We've got Xenoblade Chronicles 3 coming out, which is probably going to suck up 80 to 100 hours of my time over the next couple weeks. It's the 9th in the Xenoblade series.
Wow.
So it's and I've played all the others, so it's very dear to the heart. I love the Xenoblade stuff. I just wish it was on a next gen system instead of the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch. Nintendo has no more. They can't do excuses anymore. With as good as the Steam Decks have been, I haven't been lucky enough to get one, but I have a friend that owns one. He says it's amazing. He can run Diablo 2 remastered on max settings. It doesn't even overheat or anything. He plugs it like a little tablet looking thing. He plugs his whole his gaming keyboard, his gaming mouse and stuff. He outputs it to a monitor, and it just works. So nice. Nintendo, figure your stuff out.
Yeah, we love that you're family friendly, but give us pro gamers something too.
Yeah,
give us the updated graphics.
You gave us a controller with clicky triggers and not the actual.
Yeah.
What's the term for that? The triggers that you can.
Haptic.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, the ones that aren't just push, either on or off. Yeah, they have resistance in them.
Yeah, I think it's haptic.
Okay,
I think.
Well, correct us on our Facebook page if we're wrong.
And I've got one shout out to a game that's coming out on August 4th that I've never heard about until I watched the trailer for it. Because I watched the trailer in the description. I go through and I watch the trailer for all these games.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, you've probably never heard of it, but it looks gorgeous. It's called Sword and Fairy Together Forever. And it's an open world RPG with just beautiful graphics. Okay. Amazing graphics. I don't think it has an English dub, but it looks very pretty. And then on the mobile, there's a game called Hero-ish. And I just downloaded it, so I'll have a little review of that one come up next week.
What's that entail? That kind of sounds kind of up my alley.
It reminds me of like a kid version of Diablo.
Like Torchlight-ish?
Yeah,
okay.
More like Torchlight. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be up my alley. Yeah, I wonder how pay to win that is.
I don't know. I'll find out. It's on Apple Arcade, so
I don't have that anymore.
We'll see. Yeah, so that's all I've got for video games.
All right, let's move into the other category.
Other geekly things.
All right, so what I have is pretty exciting. So I talked about The Last Ronin, the Ninja Turtles graphic novel. Apparently they're coming out with new stories, and I'm all for it. That was a great one. If you guys missed the episode that I talked about that in, check it out. It is a great story. It's a must read for any Ninja Turtles fan. We got, let's see, the insane amount of statues shown. Okay, yeah, that's different. Okay, so Seagate, and this is kind of techie stuff.
Okay.
Seagate, they make hard drives and everything. They're releasing a 30 terabyte hard drive in mid 2023 is what they're shooting for.
Okay.
And they say that 50 terabyte plus is going to be out on the market by 2026.
That will hold almost all of the barred character sheets I've created.
Well, I'm somewhat excited. I'm not extremely excited. I would be more excited if Western Digital said something because I've never had a Seagate hard drive that has lasted more than a few years.
Oh,
Whereas my Western Digital one that I had in college like 12 years ago is still working. It's
okay.
it's still a workhorse. It's small, like it's 256 gigabytes, but it still works.
Yeah.
And then keeping on the subject of hard drives, this is pretty interesting too. Thanks to a new type of chip that's coming out, 200 terabyte solid state drives are on the horizon.
Wow.
And I've got a NAS unit at home, which is network attached storage, with what did I say, like 36 terabytes on it, and it
that's
holds
huge.
it holds a lot of data. So this is insane just to have it, like a little
Yeah.
laptop drive
Yeah.
with 200 terabytes on it. All you'd never have to delete a game on a PS5
Yeah. Yeah.
if it supports it. I don't know. But that's all I have for other. What do you got? You got anything?
I don't have anything for other. I've just got some rumors.
Okay, yeah, I got a rumor as well.
The rumor mill.
Okay, so in rumors, we always play a little game to wrap up the episode where we say the rumor and then we say how likely the rumor is and whether or not we want the rumor to happen.
Yeah.
So
You want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. My rumor is Sony is going to buy Square Enix.
Oh, you know what? I'll give that an 8.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9
Mm-hmm.
because Square Enix sold off their North American studios about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And I think the works have already been the ink is already drying on the forums basically. It's with all the consolidation that Sony and Microsoft are doing, it's the logical thing. I think it would have been great for Microsoft to pick this up.
They've picked up so much.
Yeah.
They need to save some for Sony.
But I don't think with Sony being so Asian market, Japanese market studio, I don't think it would have been wise for them because there's conflict there.
Yeah.
So Sony picking it up is a little more comfortable than Microsoft picking it up for many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
They might not have even, I don't know how it all works, but maybe they wouldn't have sold to Microsoft. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it goes, but I give it a pretty likely scenario.
Yeah. Are you happy about it?
No.
You aren't.
Well, Square Enix has been, it's much like I'm not exactly happy about Bethesda going Xbox.
Yeah.
Because with anytime these studios with games that I love get bought up, that means exclusives.
Starfield.
Yeah.
Yep.
And every time you mention exclusive, that means you're going to have to have it on you're going to have that console or not. And so, so do I like it? No. Not surprised by it though.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm kind of the opinion. That's why I was talking about building a PC because, PlayStation's starting to release their stuff on PC. Xbox is usually cross-platform with PC.
They're everything.
So it really only consoles you really need is the Nintendo. And if they can't give me a 4K Switch-like console by next gen, then I'm not going to be happy.
Microsoft is really good about PC. I'm still not quite sure how good Sony is going to be about releasing their stuff PC.
Yeah, because it took them like a few years to release Horizon.
And you know me, I don't like to wait.
So. Yeah, that you get the missing out. Like you'll get it spoiled for you and stuff. So yeah, I'll probably always have a PlayStation, which kind of sucks, but maybe it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, you got any more rumors?
That's the only rumor I have.
All right, here's one for you. Margot Robbie is joining the MCU. Rumors are saying that she might be playing Emma Frost.
I like that rumor, but I'm going to say no. That I don't think it's very likely just because she's so invested with Harley Quinn. And that doesn't mean she can't do both universes.
Well, supposedly the talks are already happening.
Yeah. I'm going to go middle of the road with it. Maybe no, I'm going to go 4. I'm going to go slightly less than positive.
All right. Who would you want to see her play?
Who would I want to see?
Margot Robbie play.
Oh, okay. If she was in the MCU?
Yeah.
Emma Frost is a good character. Yeah, she'd be great in that role. Yeah, I'm not down on that. I think she'd be great in the role. I want it to happen. So, as far as likelihood, I give it a 4, but want it to happen, I'd probably give it a 7.
Okay.
So, That's kind of where I am.
Yeah, I think I'm about the same spot as you. Although I think that it might be. I'd probably give it a slightly higher number, probably 6, 7. That it is going to happen, but
actually to add on to the one of the reasons that I think it's less likely,
yeah,
is there's another rumor which I
Uh-oh.
didn't talk about, but the rumor is many of the X-Men franchise characters
they're contractual.
they're still
and they
contractual.
carried over. That's
Yeah.
why we haven't had any mutants.
Yeah, and there's another actress playing Emma Frost in the Fox stuff.
Who's that? Is it the same girl?
Rebecca
No, that's she's Mystique.
Mystique. So who I'll have to look that up, but it's not Robbie. Yeah.
Because I think I've only seen Emma Frost in what was it, Wolverine? Logan? No, it wasn't Logan.
She was in one of the Fox movies.
Yeah,
I don't remember which one.
Interesting.
But just to put that out there as she might not be able to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was the second one I was gonna say. A little last bit of news. Man, it's been a while since I've talked so much.
Well, we will give our lips a rest and come back in a week from now for episode 5.
Yes. So tune in next week. Old Guys Geekly Review.
Yeah,
episode
Ogre
5.
next week.
Tell your friends about us. It's a Reverse Fight Club in here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. Gamers and geeks, have a great week.
Yes, have a good one.